If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I post a new Tom Brady video every day.
I mean, especially after this season, he looks at the year, he's like, I feel great, made it to the Super Bowl, my legs feel good, my arm feels good, I feel great, I'm in Tampa, it's warm. Let's go. I think he can definitely play beyond 45.
But why,
He's got the mentality.
Yeah,
why?
that's the question. That's the question.
I don't know.
That's what's so crazy to me. Why?
Who's out of the league first? Tom Brady or Urban Meyer?
I probably would think it would be based on.
You said you gave Brady 3 years.
I'm gonna say Urban Meyer. I'm gonna say Urban Meyer.
All right.
And the reason I say I gave Brady 3 because Brady might continue to keep going.
Okay. How about Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers?
Tom Brady.
Wow. Tom Brady or Bill Belichick?
Tom Brady.
Wow.
Bill Belichick gonna coach till he's 80, man. Bill ain't got nothing else to do.
All right.
Would you be surprised if Tom Brady plays until he's 50?
That 7 years in the future is too long to predict. We don't know if the world's going to be here in 7 years, let's be honest. But if it is, there's a chance that Tom Brady will still be playing quarterback in the NFL. First of all, he's a medical marvel, right? Like the fact that the avocado ice cream or whatever he's eating apparently is doing wonders. The point is that he's entering his age 44 season. He's going to be 44 this year. And he's playing like this. So he's so far off the charts for football players. And a lot of that has to do with also rules changes. You can't breathe on the quarterback. But he's so far off the charts for football players, there's no comp anymore. I can't look at Warren Moon and say, well, he was 41 or Vinny Testaverde or whoever. I have to start looking at other sports. So I look at other sports old athletes. Satchel Paige could still get it done in his late 40s in the major leagues, where he was kept in the Negro leagues for most of his career, but was still effective in the majors in his late 40s. Bernard Hopkins. I was ringside watching Bernard Hopkins. 49, 50 years old. Was he as good as he once was? No, but he was competing on a world-class level. So I've seen it's possible in sports to do it. Julio Franco, 46, 47-year-old, could still hit the ball. I've seen it's possible in sports to do it, not in football, but in sports. I can't rule it out.
I immediately thought of the man who didn't think Tom Brady would play past 40, let alone 50. And now he has tortured you for each year that we have been on together here on Undisputed, starting September 6th of 2016. It's 5 straight years of Shannon Sharpe saying, that's it, in decline, go home, it's enough. And it's not just you, it's Eric Dickerson here on our show. It's many of the Hall of Fame athletes say, okay, that's enough. Because you can't wrap your brain around a man playing at this high a level at age 43. He just won another Super Bowl, his 7th at age 43. I believe he's going to win his 8th at age 44. We'll talk about how easy the Tampa schedule is in a few minutes here on the show. But the point is that you're right. Tom Brady is going to go as long as he can go, sort of as long as his heart will let him go, because his desire is still high. He is still jumping out of bed every morning to study tape. It's what drove you away. It's what keeps him in the game, because he loves it. He's obsessed with breaking down film, seeing how he can exploit whatever weakness he can see that others can't see on tape.
I'm not going to predict Tom Brady's demise either. In fact, I don't think we will see a Tom Brady demise. I think when he does decide to retire, it'll be because he's just had enough playing football, not because his skills have deteriorated, not because his body has, quote unquote, betrayed him, like we've seen with guys that had to retire at a very early age, despite being at the peak of their career. Andrew Luck, Luke Kuechly, Calvin Johnson stepped away from the game because he was in a terrible situation in Detroit and was sick of losing. Brady is on the opposite end of the spectrum. His body's in peak condition. He's on a winning team. We just saw him win the Super Bowl, and he still has a ton of passion for the game of football. And Tom Brady might get a lot of flack for his eating habits and the avocado ice cream and the TB12 method, but whatever you could say, all the haters can talk about him all they want, but it's working. The proof is literally in the Tom Brady TB12 method pudding. He's still 43 years old, playing exceptionally well at one of the most difficult positions in all of sports, coming off his 7th Super Bowl. So I don't know if we ever see a demise of Tom Brady in terms of a deterioration of his skill sets. Instead, I think it's just going to be a decision that Tom Brady makes because maybe he wants to spend more time with his family, or his passion for the game is not what it was at age 43 when it's at age 45. It's going to be Tom Brady stepping away from the game because Tom Brady wants to step away from the game, not because he's put in a position where he's no longer playing at an elite level.
Speaking of Tom Brady, he's already done more than we've ever seen any quarterback do. And he's 43 and almost a half now and still going strong. He had said for years when asked how long he was going to play, 10 more years. 10 more years. I think he had 10 years of saying 10 more years. Then it settled in on 45. And for a while, I thought that was just a distraction, that he wanted to put his ending date so far out into the future that when he walked away, no one would see it coming. Because I don't think, and I know this from talking to people who know him, he would thrive or want a Derek Jeter-style farewell tour. He doesn't want that. I think he wants to be done, and that's it, and he's gone. And now that 45 is just 2 seasons away, and you look at how he's playing, could he play to 46, 47, 48? Could he make it to 50 for crying out loud?
I'm not betting against him, Mike. I mean, I think what we've seen this year from him, getting the Buccaneers to the Super Bowl, is beyond amazing. He's done so many great things. I think everyone will agree. 49ers fans, come on, you have to agree with this too. Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback in the history of the game, perhaps the greatest player in the history of game with what he's done. And you can point to so many great things that he's done, all the Super Bowls, everything else. But, Mike, this to me, at his age, to walk into a team first time and carry them to the Super Bowl. And I realize, like, he didn't make All-Pro. He didn't make the Pro Bowl. Probably should have made the Pro Bowl over Kyler Murray, frankly. But he didn't do that. But he still, his leadership and everything else he brought to the Bucs, I don't know that any other quarterback could have led this Buccaneers team to the Super Bowl. You'd like to think maybe there would have been another quarterback or 2 or 10 that could, but I don't know that. I know Tom Brady did it, and I'm astonished that he was able to do it at his age in his first year with this team. And oh, by the way, there was no offseason.
The chip on his shoulder was number 199. He was a 6th-round pick, just the way you were a 7th-round pick. Mm-hmm. But he wore that badge of honor. I was a 6th-round pick all through those years in New England. And all of a sudden, the irony here is that his biggest supporter in New England became his biggest motivator in Tampa. And I'm talking about his daddy, Robert Kraft. Mm-hmm. Robert Kraft obviously treated Tommy like a son, but in the end, he chose Coach Belichick. He rejected Tom Brady. So now Tom's new badge of honor is, I'm a New England reject. And he's going to try to prove Daddy wronger and wronger and wronger in Tampa. So he's got that going for him. His fuse is relit. Yeah. And I think it was a beautiful thing. I think he needed this to continue on. Right. And he's obviously got a very good team. They've got everybody coming back. Why wouldn't he go on? It wouldn't shock me at all if he's playing when he's 50 years old. I also believe what his father said a few years back to the New York Times, which was, I'm talking about his real father, Tom Sr. He said that I'm afraid they're going to have to put a straitjacket on Tommy and drag him off the field in the end. That may be true, but he's still playing at a high level. And Jason Light's quote was, as long as he wants to play and he's playing the way he's playing now, who am I to say he shouldn't play until 50? Because they would be delighted if he could still play at that level at age 50. Right.
That's it for this video. I post a new Tom Brady video every day, so please like and subscribe. That way you'll always have a new Tom Brady video to watch every single day. Thanks for watching.